Do you like Disneyland Lego? Well, I like Disneyland and I like Lego. Whoa, Yego. Yego. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Surrey 360. Today we're going to do a Q&A so everyone can get to know the guy behind the lens. Let's take a look. So I posted on social media for a couple weeks asking people for their feedback, questions about our channel. So thank you for everybody that has already subscribed, left comments, asked questions. If you haven't done that yet, absolutely please inbox us with any questions that you may have, and also subscribe or follow us on Facebook, as that's our main platform is Facebook that we use for social media. We do have Instagram, but that one's not used as much, and we really stick with Facebook and YouTube. So I'll take this moment for you guys to turn on the notification bell and follow us. So our first question is, if you would film a special outside of our continent, where would it be and why? So as most of you may know me personally, this is not a very hard question. I would choose Ireland because there's castles. Castles are cool. Lots of space, it's a difference, kind of European-y, so that would be my go-to. I actually have that planned for at least our five-year goal, considering everything that's going on in the world. So Ireland is my answer on that one. So another question is from Facebook. Why did you start your channel? Well, I started my channel actually for a couple of reasons. I've actually photographed and been interested in Surrey for a very long time. I've actually been photographing it for about, let's say maybe 5 to 7, 8 years now. So that kind of turned into wanting to actually start showing what I've been doing. I have thousands of videos and thousands of photographs and just storing them essentially. And so this channel actually allows me to publish it, make it available for people to see. So people that maybe have a bad idea about Surrey, only hear the negative in the news, people that have never heard of Surrey, people that are thinking of moving to Surrey, or including people that have lived here and just simply did not know about certain places that I've visited. So there's a lot of reasons why I've chosen to do the channel, and also it gives me the opportunity to walk a lot, which is really good for my health. And I enjoy it. It's fun. I get to meet people along the way, maybe not as so much now with COVID, but definitely it's a fun hobby to have, and it's a cheaper hobby. All right, so another question from Facebook, where else, is what do you enjoy about filming around your city? Like specifically wise, I enjoy those construction update videos because, 1 month there will be a high rise 2 levels up. Next month it'll be 5 or 6. And it just shows the growth. Sometimes, you can look back on further videos and there's a whole neighborhood such as King George Hub, and there's 4 or 5 buildings going up, and they're about halfway, and then you can look 3 or 4 months later down the road at the same area, and it's cluttered through. I find that interesting that it's now cluttered full of high rises. You can also go back and look at different changes, right? So for different types of construction that's been taking place. So that's one of my favorite things to film. Obviously, I like my city walks, and obviously the park walks as well. Those are good. I usually do the park walks when I need to relax. All right, another question from Facebook. Thanks, Moloch. How would you woodchuck a chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I don't know. You would have to answer that one yourself. Another strange but fair question. If you were a female for one day, what would you do and why? Anything and everything. Do you like Disneyland Lego? Well, I like Disneyland, I like Lego, so yes, I like Disneyland Lego. Don't have a very big collection, hoping to get one of them, Steamboat Willie, hint hint, for Christmas. So yeah, I do like Disneyland Lego. How long does it take to film an episode? Is it done in one day, or does it sometimes take me more days, and do I have to go back? So my videos are literally what you see. Sometimes it was more my beginning year videos when I was learning. I would start in about 1.5 minutes in, and I would redo it. I would learn something new. But for the most part, it's, I press record, I do my walk, and I'm done. I don't edit it. at all, except for, you know, my subscribe, intro, and then the exit, and that's about it. I like it to be raw and real. If, you know, I'm walking through a park and someone's yelling, that's what you're going to see, that's what you're going to get. I'm not going to be like, oh, somebody was yelling, I'm going to redo it. It needs to be real and authentic. So no, I don't go back and do redos. I can do the same place multiple times, but it won't be in the same day. Usually it'll be different times of the year to show different variations of that place. A very good question. From Mrs. Malone, if COVID wasn't a thing, what would your 2020 actually look like? Travel, etc. So for the most part, my 2020 would look the same. I think I would have visited Disneyland a second time already. I probably would have done tree lighting, Blueberry Fest, Fusion Fest, Canada Day. With the fact that those are all virtual right now, I can't visit those. So those are definitely things that I missed out on travel-wise for this year, being able to travel there and film those events. But yeah, Disneyland is a big one for me. All right, so another personal question from Facebook. So thank you, Nikki. What is your favorite Lego set that you have built? Why? When? How did you get into it? So first of all, my favorite Lego set would probably be the Statue of Liberty. It was hard. I pretty much built that during one of the last episodes of The Walking Dead. So that is one of my favorite. I got into Legos as a kid, I think as most kids do, and it kind of tapered off as I got into my early adults, and it kind of came back as soon as I had kids and had money because it's expensive. So yeah. How do I decide on a location? Well, sometimes I use the City of Surrey's social media page. Sometimes they'll post places that we should all visit for park-wise. And also from experience and knowledge. I know some really good neighborhoods. I know some really good parks and city walking. So it's just also from my knowledge. And you know, sometimes you drive by a neighborhood or a place and you're like, hey, I'd like to check that out. And as you're going through it, perfect, I got a place to film. But I do have a list of about over 100 places I have not yet filmed. So hopefully I can get through 40 or 50 of them for next year. Don't want to go through all of them, otherwise I'll have nothing else left to film. But definitely stay tuned for that for next year, as I have quite a big list. Have you always enjoyed filming landscapes since you were a child? Do you think any of your girls, I have 3 kids, would follow in your footsteps? And what is your favorite video? So I don't really have one favorite video. I really like the videos where I do more of the compilations, like my channel trailer videos. I also really like the video that came out at Christmas time with the Christmas tree, the Christmas decorations. I like kind of compiling those videos. It's fun because you get to go around and then you get to get in a little bit of the editing process. So that's always something fun to do. So great question on there. And yeah, I definitely think my kids will, you know, hopefully they follow some of the things that I do, and maybe filming would be one of them. I've always actually enjoyed photography on an amateur level, same with video on a very amateur level, and it's fun. You know, there's really no rights or wrongs. You know, you just learn from trial and error, and it's a lot of fun. So somebody from Facebook said, I've always wondered why people don't show their faces. You could answer that question. Well, here you go. No, I think the whole point of my videos is to, it's acoustic, right? You're walking through it. There's not supposed to be music, layovers, wrecks it, in my opinion, for my videos. I wouldn't like that. Every video to have music. And it's nice to kind of hear the birds, people walking, talking, the ambiance of the whole atmosphere of where you're going through. So I think me narrating over it would wreck that style. However, I don't think it's out of the possibility in the future for me to have a separate series or a separate playlist where I do occasionally do some talkovers, talk about certain things, maybe that I can even incorporate that into my construction updates video. If you think I should do that, put a comment in the comments section and let me know, or you can inbox me on Facebook and I'll take that into consideration. Another person from Facebook said, I appreciate you showing the nicer side of Surrey. I have family who live in other provinces who enjoy watching your videos from Surrey. Well, thank you. I think it's harder to go out and film the negative of Surrey because there's a lot of good, right? I think it's easier to find the good parts. All you have to do is kind of step out. It's always harder to find the negative. Most times people are looking for that. So great question, thank you. So final question from Facebook was, what interested you in starting your YouTube channel? How do you select what you choose to film, and would you ever film around the world? So I'm gonna answer the funnest part of this question is yes, I would film around the world. Other than Ireland, like I answered earlier on in this video, I really wanna do walking tours at Disneyland. Of all the lands, especially Star Wars Land, Tomorrowland, I just gotta do that. That's something that is on my bucket list. I just want to do an acoustic walking through Disneyland so I can for always and ever have it and not rely on other people's videos, and I want it to be my video for my experience. And what interested me, I mean, it's just, I think I've explained it already. I think it's just the whole fact of being able to have a good hobby, enjoying the outdoors. I like filming, I like editing. This is a great way to connect with people. It actually helps me get outside of my bubble a little bit, as it has taken a full year for me to put my face on this camera. And it took me, I think, 6 or 7 months to actually put my voice on the channel as well. So it's definitely a big step for me. And this channel and this YouTube Surrey 360 journey has really helped me out in that aspect. So great questions. Thank you everybody for watching today's video. It really means a lot. If you could subscribe if you haven't already, as that really helps, and it's like a virtual high five. Same with turning on the notifications bell. I hope you enjoyed our newest intro at the very beginning there. And now I'm going to leave you with our end card. Take a look.